Then and now, this time-lapse video shows just how fast today's severe weather swept through. In an instant, the sun disappeared, the skies darkened, and the rain came down by the buckets. And now the clouds have cleared and the calm has returned.
The strong system moved quickly and packed a serious punch. It knocked out power to thousands of people, creating damage across neighborhoods and leaving behind expensive repairs for homeowners. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jacqueline London.
And I'm Fred Shropshire. We have live team coverage tonight. NBC10's Lili Zheng is in Chester County, where a house fire sparked by the storm sent crews scrambling. But first, we go live to our Aaron Baskerville, who is live outside Abington Hospital, which was operating on partial power. But just before going on air, we learned power has been restored. Aaron.
Jackie and Fred, of course, all sorts of issues for thousands and thousands of people across the area, and that includes here at Abington Hospital. That's where we are, right outside of it. But take a look. Thankfully, things are getting back to normal, but at the height of the storm, it lost power. The ER was shut down. It was diverting patients. The operating rooms were closed. But like you said, just within the last 10 minutes or so, we're getting word that the hospital is fully back open and operational. Lots of folks dealing with all sorts of injuries, dealing with all sorts of close calls, and of course, a lot of damage.
It was this sound coming like, like cyclone sound.
He's describing the weather in Drexel Hill on Bond Avenue. His neighbor's house suffered major damage when a tree came crashing down into the back room. Firefighters say the tree trapped a woman inside.
We had one subject trapped inside. Crews worked to free them. They were in a void space. They ultimately were able to lift the tree off of them, got them out, and they were transported to the hospital. Unfortunately,
more destruction and injuries in West Oak Lane. The area near 11th and Shelton Avenue littered with downed trees and power lines. A family here tells NBC10 a child was hurt during the storm and rushed to the hospital. In Whitpain Township, a family lucky to walk away with their lives and no injuries. Crews cut away branches after strong winds toppled a tree onto a car with the Changs inside. It went down near Jolly and Wentz.
We were just driving and then this wind blew and then that thing fell and then that thing fell and then Daddy said alert, alert, but I don't know what it is.
We all understand why Dad would use colorful language. Dangerous storms whipped through the area, leaving a trail of destruction. The fast-moving storms knocked down more trees on Kelly Drive, backing up traffic as far as the eyes could see. Cars maneuvered on the sidewalk. We caught up with a few Good Samaritans trying to move the tree, but no luck.
It looked like for a second,
maybe,
but
yeah, we budgeted a little bit, but two more people, I feel like we can get it.
Tell me what you've noticed and what you've seen.
It's gridlocked, and there's some tough drivers out here right now.
How far back is it backed up?
Probably 2 miles.
It's on to the next phase now, the cleanup, as folks will deal with the aftermath for days. That's certainly going to happen. As we all know, once the sun comes up tomorrow, people will see what they have to deal with and what they have to clean up. Let me tell you a quick note. We were driving from Roxborough here to Abington Hospital, and we didn't take the highway. We were driving through all sorts of neighborhoods, towns, and it's just a hot mess out here. All sorts of roads are blocked off, ghost towns everywhere, people dealing with power outages. So the next few days are going to be a long few days. For now, we are live outside of Abington Hospital. Aaron Baskerville, NBC10 News.
A family is wondering what's next tonight after their house catches fire during the storms.
And not far away, a neighborhood is just riddled with downed trees. NBC10's Lili Zheng takes us to some of the worst hit areas in Chester County.
In this Westtown Township neighborhood, downed trees appear to be some of the biggest problems as a result of the storms. This is by Talleyrand Road, one of the many neighborhoods where cleanup is underway. Along Talleyrand Road, Joseph Stagora is among the several neighbors who stepped outside his home to see this Thursday evening.
We got the warning on our phones that there was a tornado warning, and so we were packing up.
Stagora says it didn't take long for the wind to pick up.
The tops of the trees, we saw them start to twist and fall around to the ground, and so we all headed inside.
He says thankfully this appears to be the worst of the damage. Nothing hit his home or cars, just several downed trees, much like this one we found by the southbound lane of Route 100 in Westchester. In another neighborhood, less than a mile from Talleyrand Road, a different story.
When we arrived, there was heavy fire conditions from the roof and heavy smoke conditions throughout the dwelling.
Dave March with Westchester Fire says a fire at this home along Westbourne Road appears to be weather related.
There is a tree that fell, so brought down wires down the street, or it could have been a lightning strike. The fire marshal's office is on location now.
Neighbors in Westchester impacted by the storms Thursday say they're used to power outages, but haven't seen damage like this.
Everybody here has great relationships and good community, so we'll all be chipping in and helping one another.
So certainly a big cleanup underway right now. As for that fire we mentioned in that report, we are told that no one was home when fire crews arrived. So we're not hearing of any related injuries as a result. Reporting in Westtown Township, Lili Zheng, NBC 10 News.
Thousands are still without power. These are the latest numbers from PECO. In Philadelphia, more than 13,000 customers are in the dark as crews work through downed trees and damaged lines across several neighborhoods. Bucks County has been hit the hardest with more than 61,000 outages reported. Delaware County, more than 60,000 homes and businesses without electricity. And Chester County has nearly 30,000 customers in the dark. Power crews are out tonight assessing damage and beginning restoration efforts. The severe weather put a damper on celebrations and events all across our area.
In Philadelphia, Juneteenth festivities at the African American Museum in Old City wrapped up earlier than expected. What started as a sunny, hot afternoon quickly turned stormy with dark clouds, rain, and lightning moving in. Organizers delayed the block party for safety, but ultimately had to shut it down altogether. And down the shore, the weather delayed the Barefoot Country Music Fest in Wildwood. Just before 7 o'clock tonight, festival organizers sent an alert to all festival goers telling them to exit the grounds and seek shelter because lightning had been detected nearby. Gates reopened 2 hours later and fans were able to return to catch more performances. The night's headliner was Rascal Flatts.
The storms brought significant disruption across the region. First Alert meteorologist Brittany Ship is joining us now with a breakdown of just how intense these storms were, Brittany.
Yeah, we definitely had a period lasted about 2.5 hours of these severe storms that rolled through the region. So we wanted to back up the radar for you. I'll show you a loop of what we were dealing with earlier today. You could see this round of really strong and powerful thunderstorms just roll through, kicking up wind gusts upwards of 50, even 60 miles per hour. We even had the National Weather Service issue a tornado warning. This was at 5:02. And from their report, it says a large tornado was located 7 miles north of Newark, moving to the east at 40 miles per hour. This is the intensity. This is what it looked like as it was pushing into parts of Chester County and just the northern part of Newcastle County. Now we're adding up all of your storm reports. Take a look at how dramatic this is, and you can see where some of the clusters are. That was probably that very strong thunderstorm cell that was tracking closer to Westchester, specifically Westtown here, Route 202. There were reports that some of the streets were completely blocked due to trees and wires down. Phillip Heights, tree into a home. These are the type of reports, and I'm only highlighting 3 or 4 of them, but you see we have at least 50 reports of either downed trees, power lines, power outages, or even trees down on a car. So the cleanup will definitely continue. And we're looking at some of our peak wind gusts, 55 miles per hour at the Philadelphia International Airport. As we look at tomorrow, we do expect to see a brief break from the heat and high humidity. Temperatures at 7 a.m. in the upper 60s, but take a look at how the day progresses. By your lunch hour, you're at 81 degrees. Finally, lots of sunshine. The humidity will be noticeable, but not quite as oppressive of what we've been seeing. And then our daytime highs will stay in the mid 80s. However, Jackie, coming up, we are going to be tracking a dramatic warming trend and potentially our first heat wave of the year.
We'll look forward to seeing you then, Brittany. And if you have the NBC10 app, you probably noticed we sent out several push alerts throughout the day. From the moment storms started moving in to when that tornado warning was issued, we kept you updated in real time. Stay ahead of the storm with the NBC10 app.